Welcome back to the Malaysia Money Matters Show. It's February 19th, 2025, and we've got a lot to cover today.
It's true. The markets are really active. Lots of interesting developments. So where should we begin?
Well, let's start with Cahya Mata Sarawak. They're also known as CMSB.
Ah, yes. CMSB, they're celebrating a big win. Their stock price just hit a 6-week high.
That's after they reported a pretty impressive surge in net profit for Q4 2024, a whole 85% increase.
85%? That is impressive.
It is, and you know what makes it even more interesting? Their position as the sole cement producer in Sarawak.
Right. With the construction boom in Sarawak, they're in a great spot.
Yep.
Analysts are really optimistic about their future.
Yeah, Maybank IB is maintaining a buy call on the stock. And Mindy Research even raised their target price.
So yeah, if you're interested in the construction sector, CMSB is definitely a company to watch.
For sure. Now let's switch gears and talk about Hektar REIT.
Okay, what's happening with them?
Well, they're known for their retail assets, but they're making a move into a new sector.
Oh, really?
Which one? They're acquiring a light industrial asset in Penang.
Interesting. That's their first venture into the industrial sector.
Exactly. It seems they're aiming to diversify their portfolio and reduce their reliance on retail.
Makes sense. Penang is a hub for advanced manufacturing and tech, so it's a strategic move for them.
Speaking of strategic moves, MyEG Services is another company making headlines. They just achieved record profits for the fiscal year 2024.
Wow, record profits. That's fantastic. What's driving their success?
Their work in Web3 and digital ID is really paying off. They reported a 20% jump in 4Q net profit alone.
They're really at the forefront of blockchain and AI. It's no wonder they're attracting so much attention.
And they're sharing the wealth with their investors, too. They're planning a substantial final dividend.
Good for them. Now, not all companies are having such a smooth ride.
That's right. EA Technique, which will soon be rebranded as Avangaad, has faced some difficulties.
They fell into PN17 status back in 2022.
Yeah, which basically means they were in financial distress.
It can be a tough situation for companies.
But there's good news. They're finally escaping PN17 status.
Oh, that's great. How did they manage that?
They've been working hard to regularize their finances. And they formed a strategic partnership with Voultier.
Ah, so Voultier is now the majority shareholder.
Exactly. It's a real comeback story. And it'll be interesting to see how the rebranding affects them moving forward.
Definitely. Now, what about Malaysia Marine and Heavy Engineering Holdings?
MHB. They've also been through some ups and downs, but they've managed to swing back into profitability.
That's good to hear. What were their numbers like?
They reported a net profit of RM 121 million for the fiscal year 2024.
Not bad, especially considering they had a loss the previous year.
Right. Their heavy engineering and marine segments both saw growth, which contributed to the turnaround.
It's a competitive environment, though, so they'll need to stay focused.
Absolutely. Now, Malaysian Pacific Industry, or MPI, is another company facing a challenging landscape.
What's the situation with them?
Well, they did record a rise in their fourth quarter net profit, about 24.5%.
That sounds pretty good.
It is. But the semiconductor industry, which they're a part of, is facing some headwinds.
Like what?
Well, there are the ongoing trade tensions, particularly with the U.S.
Right. Those are creating uncertainty in the tech sector?
And that uncertainty is affecting Malaysia, too.
In what way?
Well, the Deputy Minister of Investment, Trade and Industry has warned that the development of high-end data centers here could be disrupted.
Why is that?
Because of U.S. export restrictions on advanced AI chips.
Oh, I see. That's a potential hurdle for Malaysia's goal of becoming a regional data center hub.
Exactly. It's a situation to monitor closely. Now, on a more positive note, Southern Cable Group is benefiting from continued investment in Malaysia's infrastructure.
What have they been up to?
They just secured a huge contract from Tenaga Nasional. It's worth RM 403.55 million.
Wow, what's the contract for?
They'll be supplying underground cables and conductors.
So Tenaga Nasional is serious about upgrading Malaysia's power grid.
It seems so. This kind of investment is crucial for supporting economic growth.
And for ensuring reliable electricity supply, which is essential for everyone.
For sure. Now, shifting to a different but equally important sector, Salca has secured a contract for pipe replacement.
Oh, that's interesting. Who's the contract with?
It's with Pengurusan Asset Air Bhd, and it's worth RM 70.52 million.
So where will this project take place?
It'll be in Kelantan, and it's going to directly improve water infrastructure there.
That's great news for the local communities. Having access to clean water is so important.
It really is. And speaking of things that benefit society, RHB Banking Group is making a big commitment to sustainability.
What are they doing?
They're raising their sustainable financing target to RM 90 billion by 2027.
That's a significant increase.
It is. They want to support businesses as they transition to greener practices.
It's great to see them aligning their goals with Malaysia's aim of achieving net zero emissions by 2050.
Absolutely. It's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about managed pay systems. They're a smaller company, but they just won a very interesting contract.
What is it?
They'll be developing a new ferry ticketing system for Penang port.
That's a cool project. How will this new system benefit Penang?
Well, it's going to modernize the ticketing process, which could make things more efficient and potentially boost tourism.
It's a good example of how technology can be used to improve things.
Right. Now, we can't ignore the global situation. There are some major trade tensions happening right now.
You're talking about U.S. President Donald Trump and his tariff plans.
Yeah, those tariffs are creating a ripple effect around the world.
It's making a lot of people nervous.
Yeah.
There are concerns about a potential trade war.
And what impact that would have on the global economy.
Exactly. Investors are already reacting. Some are shifting towards safe haven assets like gold.
And gold prices are at an all-time high.
Right. It's a sign of the times.
It is. And all of this is particularly relevant for Malaysia. We're a trade-dependent nation.
So these global tensions could have a real impact here.
Definitely. Moody's Analytics has actually predicted a slowdown in GDP growth for the Asia-Pacific region in 2025.
And they're pointing to those trade tensions as a contributing factor.
It's something to watch closely. Now let's move on to some other international news that could affect Malaysia.
Okay, so let's talk about China. Their property market is having a bit of a tough time.
Oh, really? What's going on there?
New home prices were stagnant in January. It seems like the government's efforts to boost the sector haven't really worked yet.
And how does this affect us here in Malaysia?
Well, China's property market is a huge part of their economy.
Hmm.
If it slows down, it could impact the entire region.
I see. So we need to keep an eye on that situation.
Definitely. Now let's move on to some slightly more positive news.
Okay, I could use some good news. What is it?
JP Morgan Chase & Co. has upgraded their rating on Singapore's stock market.
Wow. Really, to what?
To overweight, they're quite bullish on Singapore.
That's interesting. What's making them so optimistic?
Well, they're citing strong government support and attractive dividend yields.
So they see Singapore as a good investment opportunity.
Exactly. They believe Singapore is well positioned to weather the current global economic uncertainty.
Makes sense. Now, how about the UK? What's happening there?
They're dealing with rising inflation. It reached a 10-month high in January.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
It's putting pressure on the Bank of England. They need to support their economy, but they also need to control inflation.
That's a tough balancing act.
It really is.
Now, New Zealand is taking a different approach. They just made their third consecutive interest rate cut.
Wow. They're really trying to stimulate their economy.
Yeah, their economy actually contracted last year. So they're taking aggressive measures to turn things around.
Interesting. It's fascinating to see how different countries are responding to these global economic challenges.
It is. Now let's bring it back to Malaysia and talk about some individual companies.
Okay, sounds good. Which ones are you thinking of?
Well, we talked about some companies facing challenges, but there are others doing exceptionally well, like
Right.
Duo Pharma Biotech.
Oh, yeah. They're having a great year. Their fourth quarter net profit jumped by 77%. It's incredible. Higher revenue, favorable industry trends, and even a nice dividend for their investors.
So what's the secret to their success?
Well, they've benefited from increased healthcare spending in the 2025's budget.
So they're tapping into those domestic opportunities.
Exactly. They've secured contracts to supply a wide range of products to the government.
It's a good reminder that while global events are important, domestic factors can play a big role too.
Definitely. Now, remember earlier we talked about CMSB and their strategic advantage in Sarawak?
Yes, with the construction boom and all.
Well, it seems that Perdana Petroleum is also riding that wave.
How so?
They just posted their biggest profit in 18 years.
Wow, that's impressive. What's driving that growth?
Strong demand for their offshore supply vessels, higher charter rates, and better utilization of their fleet.
So they're really capitalizing on the increased activity in the oil and gas industry.
Exactly. And they're thinking long-term, too. They're actually considering fleet renewal.
That's smart. Investing in newer, more efficient vessels could help them stay competitive.
Absolutely. Now, another company worth mentioning is Southern Acids. They've also seen a significant jump in profits.
How significant?
Their most recent quarter was their highest in almost 3 years.
What's behind their success?
Strong commodity prices, particularly for palm oil. Their oleochemical and milling businesses are doing very well.
That's great news for them.
It is, but they're remaining cautious. Commodity prices can be volatile.
It's always wise to be prepared for potential fluctuation.
Absolutely. You know, it's interesting to see how these Malaysian companies are navigating the current global landscape.
It is. There are challenges, but also opportunities.
Exactly. We're seeing a lot of resilience and adaptability.
It's inspiring to see companies overcoming obstacles and finding ways to thrive.
It really is. Now, before we move on to our final thoughts, what stood out to you as the most exciting news today?
It's not just about specific companies, though.
Right.
There's a bigger trend we've been seeing.
Yeah. You're talking about sustainability.
Right. It's become so important.
Absolutely. Environmental, social, and governance factors, investors and businesses are really paying attention to them.
It's not just a trend anymore. It's like a core value.
Exactly. And we're seeing that shift in Malaysia, too.
For sure. I mean, look at RHB Banking Group.
Yeah, raising their sustainable financing target to RM 90 billion. That's a huge commitment.
It shows they're serious about supporting businesses that are trying to be more sustainable.
And it aligns perfectly with Malaysia's goal of achieving net zero emissions by 2050.
It's a smart move for them, and it's good for the country, too.
Definitely. And it's not just the big players either.
Right. Even smaller companies are getting involved.
Like Salcombe with their work on water infrastructure in Kelantan.
And managed pay systems with their new ferry ticketing system.
It's great to see companies of all sizes recognizing the importance of sustainability.
It's not just about profits anymore. It's about making a positive impact.
Right. It's about creating value for everyone, not just shareholders.
And it's something our listeners should keep in mind.
Yeah. When you're investing or even just buying things, consider the companies that are prioritizing sustainability.
It's a way to support a better future.
Absolutely. Now, before we wrap up, I want to bring it back to something we talked about earlier.
Okay. What's that?
The potential impact of all these global events on Malaysia?
Yeah. The trade wars, the economic slowdowns. It can feel a bit overwhelming sometimes.
It can. But I think it's important to focus on the positive.
Like what?
The resilience and adaptability of Malaysian companies.
Oh, yeah. We've seen so many examples of that today.
Right. Companies overcoming challenges, finding new opportunities, and even thriving.
It's pretty inspiring.
It really is. It gives me hope for the future.
Me too. It's a reminder that even in uncertain times, there's always a way forward.
Exactly. And that's what we're all about here at Malaysia Money Matters.
Right. We want to help our listeners understand these complex issues and make informed decisions.
So to all our listeners out there, stay informed, stay engaged, and never stop learning.
And of course, subscribe to the Malaysia Money Matters podcast for more insights and analysis.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive into the world of finance.
Until then, thanks for listening. Hey there, thanks for tuning in. If you would like a deeper dive into all the investment opportunities from today's news, subscribe to my newsletter at moneymatters.substack.com. I will be sharing a deeper analysis of the key investment opportunities from today's news, including what makes these opportunities stand out and how they fit into the broader market trends. By subscribing to the Malaysia Money Matters newsletter, you will also get exclusive insights on my watch list and portfolio and fundamental reports on Malaysian listed companies.